All right, guys, so watch this for January 8th. This isn't a big list, and it's really tough to go through and find a bunch of stocks when most charts look the same, and I'm expecting a gap one way or the other tomorrow morning, which means really tomorrow is going to depend on intraday setups. But I do have a few stocks I want on watch. Pause the video if you want to freeze frame this and read this. It just basically says, I'm a day trader and I'm looking for stocks to trade tomorrow. Okay, that's what these charts are. These aren't any kind of long term. So QURE, great relative strength today. You know what? Let me snap back to the SPY real quick just so you can see how ugly the market is. I think China is up tonight though, so that could give us a nice bounce tomorrow. And if we gap way up, then who knows? But it's still too early to tell. Anyway, so QURE in a weekday like today had great relative strength. I did get one trade in this one today. And it goes on watch tomorrow because of the relative strength and the nice volume spike there. BIOC, again, I'm focusing on relative strength. Nice little volume spike in this one. Closed about where it opened, but in a weak market, that's pretty good relative strength. Maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. Now, a bunch of bounce plays. Lumber Liquidators, LL. Got an old line on there that doesn't mean anything anymore, but we can put a support line. All right, that's rough, but you see it's really held this area. And now it's kind of getting downside shape to that area. So I like that for a potential bounce. RGR is a gun stock I want to have on watch. You're down 2 days now back into this area where it broke out from. So that one, and you could also put SWHC. Either one of these gun plays are ready, or not ready, but they're set up for a potential bounce tomorrow. LEI just goes back on bounce watch. I had a move from 2 to over 10. I love the 3 red days down. That thing, when it moves, man, it really moves. So that's a good setup for a potential bounce. And then I also have Netflix on bounce watch because it had such a huge move, and then a huge move in the morning too, but then the market just got a hold of it. So I think this one, especially if there's any strength in the market, could head higher. AAPL. Whenever the market's tanking, I always have Apple as one of my go-to stocks, especially, again, if we gap down tomorrow. I don't think we will, but it all depends what happens by the end of the session in China. But if Apple gaps down, that's a great setup. It's getting close to these August lows. You could have a really nice snapback bounce in Apple. And then a lower volume one, HTBX, had a really big 2-day run from 250 to over 450. And the market maybe is what took this down today. That's a good setup for a potential bounce tomorrow. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.